Have you ever formed a bond with a wild creature? One so unlikely, so unexpected, and yet so powerful that it changes the way you see the world forever. I used to think birdwatching was nothing more than a quiet hobby, something passive, distant. You sit, you watch, and the birds come and go. But I never imagined that one ordinary morning, stepping onto my balcony with a cup of coffee in hand, would lead to something truly magical. It began with a faint flutter of wings, the gentle rustle of feathers cutting through the stillness of dawn. At first, it was just part of the background, nature going about its day. But soon I noticed something different. A small group of kookaras began showing up regularly, sleek and curious, perched along the railing. They'd tilt their heads, watching me as I watched them. A silent ritual was forming. Every morning I'd greet them softly. "Good morning, friends." And maybe it was my imagination, but I could swear they were starting to recognize me. Over time, my balcony became a sanctuary. Magpies arrived in pairs, like sentinels guarding the treetops, always together, always alert. Bright pink parrots swooped in, their colors splashing across the sky like brushstrokes of living paint. Each visit felt like an invitation, as if nature was slowly letting me in on one of its secrets. But among all these visitors, one bird stood out. A blazing red figure perched high on the eucalyptus tree across from me. Bold, brilliant, impossible to ignore. He never came close, always keeping his distance, but his eyes, sharp, curious, seemed to hold mine across the divide. Day after day, he returned to that same branch, silent, steady, watching. There was something about him that felt different, as if he was waiting for something. Waiting for me. And then, one crisp morning, everything changed. He flew straight across the space that separated us, wings slicing through the cool air. My heart caught in my throat as he landed on the balcony railing, closer than ever before. We locked eyes, both of us unsure, suspended in a moment that felt bigger than chance. And then, with a leap that made my pulse race, he hopped onto my shoulder. That was the moment I knew. He trusted me. I named him Rupert. And Rupert wasn't just brave, he was hilarious. While other birds soared and flitted, Rupert preferred to walk. He'd strut up and down the railing like a tiny inspector, tilting his head, puffing his feathers, even peeking through the window like he was checking up on me. His slow, deliberate steps made it feel less like I had a bird visitor and more like I had a quirky little roommate. But Rupert was never alone. Always close by, but never too close, was Greta. Quiet, elegant. His shadow, his partner, his twin flame. Greta never landed on me, never dared to get too near. But she was always there, watching, following. I could see the bond between them in every movement. Gentle beak touches, playful mid-air chases. The way they separated only to come back together seconds later with a flutter of wings. Watching them was like watching nature's own love story, tender and fierce all at once. It wasn't just about survival for them. It was about connection, loyalty, something deep and unshakable. And I loved it. I loved them. But then there were days when Rupert didn't come. I'd step outside with my coffee, scanning the trees, searching for that flash of red against the green. Sometimes all I found was silence. I told myself he was out there with Greta, exploring, living his life. Still, I missed him. And in those absences, I realized just how much he had come to mean to me. This wasn't just birdwatching anymore. This was a relationship. Every return lifted my heart, and every departure reminded me of life's truth. Nothing is guaranteed. Rupert and Greta taught me something I didn't know I needed to learn. That beauty lives in the fleeting moments, the small wonders, the act of being fully present when life decides to gift you something extraordinary. So, if Rupert's story touched you the way it touched me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This balcony has become more than just a view. It's become a bridge between worlds, a place where feathers and hearts meet in quiet, unexpected ways. And if you're ever tempted to bring an exotic bird into your home, pause first. Learn. Research deeply. These incredible creatures are not decorations. They belong to skies, to trees, to rhythms older than our own. They deserve freedom, joy, and respect. Because every Rupert out there deserves more than just a cage. They deserve the chance to live the life they were born to soar through.